Hello, good evening. I'm very excited to be here tonight. It's my first live session in English. So I am excited and I am happy to be here and to share with you some thoughts and some insights about the secret of passion. I think there are many secrets of passion, not only one. And I hope to share with you a few of them tonight. So thank you for being with me and thank you for listening. My name is Dorit Bar. I'm a sexual healer. I specialize in sexual trauma, healing sexual trauma, and working with a couple in a couple therapy around issues of sexuality, eroticism, and emotional communication, intimate communication. I've been doing that for around 10 years in Israel, especially in Israel, and also around the world in a few places. And I felt in the last few months that I have to start sharing my thoughts, not only in Hebrew, but start to speak in English and allow more people that doesn't understand Hebrew to listen to my heart. So the secret of passion, or the secrets of passion in the most fundamental way, are the secrets of our body. And today I'm putting in this session with you today, I'm putting a few anchors, a few basic insights that I would love to share with you. The first one concerns the wave of the passion. Passion is a wave. Desire is a wave. And I'm not talking only about sexual passion or sexual desire. I'm speaking about the passion to live, the passion to create, the passion to sing, the passion to do. The passion as a way of life is a wave. So this is the first thing I would love to speak about. The second and of course I will give examples from life, sexual life, but also just life. The second idea that I would love to speak about around the secrets of passion is the distinction between consent, sex, and desired sex. I feel this distinction will bring clarity, is bringing clarity for many people that I am sharing this idea with them. And I feel it's important to understand the distinction between consent, sex, or desired sex in order to understand why do we have so many challenges around intimate communication and intimate relationship. So I will start. I think this is the two main insights that I would love to speak about, and hopefully they will dance together in me. And I'm putting an intention to be clear, even though English is not my first language. I'm sitting in Israel, and some of my sessions are through Skype and through video. And I know that this live session, even though it's beyond the screen, has the potential to touch the heart, to touch the body. And what I can suggest to the people that are being with me now, that are sitting with me now, is, if possible, to sit, and if possible, to breathe while you are listening. I will do that too. I will take a breath, and I will allow myself to connect to my passion right now, to be clear, to listen to the wisdom of life, and to allow the wave of passion to direct me in this conversation. So let's start. What is passion? What is passion? And maybe another question that comes to my mind is there a difference between passion and desire? I don't really know. I'm listening to that in myself. In Hebrew, it's two different words also. Passion, tshukah, cheshek, desire, yetzer. There is some difference, and still they are very close to one another. So when I speak about passion, I feel energy in my body. When I speak about passion, I feel it can never be a thought. I cannot think about being passionate about something. It's something that we feel. So passion is something that we feel. We can start with that. Passion is something that I feel now. Now I feel very passionate about being clear, speaking in English, which I love, and meeting new people around the world, or also old friends around the world. And this energy that I feel in my body is creating this moment. And now I want to ask you a question. You can ask yourself, what am I passionate about now? Am I passionate about listening, understanding? Is there something else in my mind that I'm thinking about right now? When what I do and what I'm passionate about is one, my mind is clear. My mind is silent. When my passion is really a thought and not really coming from the body, not really a desire of the body, then maybe I have a lot of noise in my mind. I have like kind of a struggle between different thoughts. Should I do that? Should I do that? Should I go with this man or with this woman? Should I go to that direction or another? So when passion is connected to the body, there is silence in the mind. So this can be like kind of a direction, maybe a tool for you to check, to see, to listen inside. Listen to moments in your life when you are doing a step, when you are moving, when you have a movement in your life that comes from your body. It can be in any level of life. It can be in your sexuality. When you are really connected to your body, then your mind is quiet. When you have no idea, no specific idea, like a fantasy of how should a sex look like. Let's give an example. Let's say you meet your partner or a new friend, and you are flirting and you are connecting and you start to be intimate, whether it's a new partner or an old partner. In my experience, sometimes we are coming to these moments, to this kind of moments, to sexual encounters, intimate encounters, with many ideas in our head. Ideas about how it should look like. What would I like to do to her, to him? How would I like to feel? And when this is the kind of energy that come with us to the intimate encounter, we are not totally connected to the body, meaning we are not really allowing the passion to be the leader of our movement. In my understanding, when I breathe and when I am connected to my body, when I listen to my body, I don't have to think about sexuality. I am a sexual being. It's natural to be sexual. It's natural to be intimate. It's natural to be human being. And if I am in my being, then sexuality comes naturally. Then I don't have to think about how to touch him or her, or what will exactly happen between us tonight or today. I can just be. I can stay connected to my breathing, to my feeling, to my emotions. I can be natural. And I believe that when we are natural, the passion that flow in our body is really like the stream of life itself. It's not a private passion. It's like life itself is guiding me. And it can be in the small things of what should I eat tonight? And it can be in the bigger things like where should I live? Or should I marry him? Or should I open a new business? Or things like that. So, speaking about passion and connecting the being with listening to the passion, I feel it brings me peace in my life. I feel it allows me to move without effort or with the right effort. My friend Tia, she's a teacher of Yoga-Tantra, and she taught me the idea of the right effort, because let's say doing this live session, it did ask me a little bit of effort, concentration. I had to take a shower before I am sitting here and to organize my camera and everything around that. So there was an effort, but the right one. Not something that felt like there was no resistance while I was arranging that. From the moment I felt the desire to do it, which was today around noon or something, until this moment, there was no effort in my system, just concentration, intention, and going with the flow. Yes, there was and there is the right effort, like looking at the right side of my camera so that you can see my eyes directly. Hopefully, I'm doing it right. So, now I suggest again, for the ones that are listening to me now, let's take a few breaths again. Just simple breath. Inhale and exhale. Breathing allows us to stay in the rhythm of our true being, because breathing is natural. There is no real effort in breathing. From the moment we come to the world and until the moment we die, there is no real effort in breathing, unless, of course, we have a disease or something like that. But most of the time, breathing just happens. And when I suggest now to you, please take a few breaths, it's not because you are not breathing, because naturally you are, but because most of the time we are not conscious of our breathing. So our breathing is really shallow. And when my breathing is shallow, it creates a level of effort in the body. And sometimes it creates a disconnection from the deep stream of passionate life. And because we speak today about the secrets of passion, I share with you one of the secrets I discover, which is conscious breathing. There isn't one way to breathe consciously. You can find your own way, but it's really just bringing consciousness to the inhale and the exhale. You can exhale from your mouth, you can exhale from your nose. You can change from time to time and check how does it feel. When I breathe consciously, I can stop from time to time in my life in order to listen again to the question, what am I passionate about now? What is my desire? When my breathing is not conscious, sometimes we can move automatically from one thing to the other, from one work to the other, just doing many, many tasks, and maybe forgetting to eat, maybe forgetting to drink, maybe forgetting to share some love with our close ones. And when I do my tasks, even if I have many of them, and I breathe while doing that, I can have some breaks and listen again. What do I want to do now? What is happening now that is just the right effort and not too much effort? I feel in this way we can be less tired, more happy, because we are connected to the energy of life. We are connected to the movement of life inside us. And you know, we are not a lonely island. We are people. And even if we sit alone in a room right now and listening to this live session, we are connected to the trees, to the animals, to the sky, to the water, to the earth, to everything, to all the levels of life and to all the people. We are connected to life itself. And the more we are conscious of this connection, the more our passions will be very clear to us. It will happen, it will be seen effortlessly. It will be felt naturally. And my understanding is that moment to moment there is always a passion for something. Passion to listen, passion to talk, passion to drive, passion to meet, passion to have sexual relationship, passion to love. And being conscious is just about listening to the natural passion that is going through my body in this moment. And when we move from this energy, we will feel a basic state of mind of relaxation, even meditation. So, the secrets of passion. So we spoke about the idea that passion is really the movement of life itself. It's not only sexual passion. And I spoke about the idea of listening to the passion moment to moment through the body. And I added to that the idea that being conscious of our breathing helps us to stay connected and to move only with the right efforts and without too much effort. Okay. So now I'm getting to the second idea of this live session. I want to speak about the difference between consent sex or consent sexual relationship, if you want, and desired sex. And why do I want to speak about this distinction? Because most of the people that consult with me, most of the people that ask me to help them, to guide them, to be with them, are women and men that find the sexual energy challenging. I will explain what I'm saying. I find that a lot of people have questions around like, what happened to my sexual desire? Why don't I feel it anymore? Or why do I feel a strong decline in my passionate feeling, sexual desire? Or other question like, why does my partner feel decline in his or in her sexual desire? So people that approach me are trying to understand the wave of passion energy. They are trying to understand how to go with it, how to manifest it in a harmonious way, in a loving way, and what to do when there is a gap between two partners in a relationship. Really, I feel that in our generation, the biggest known fact around intimate romantic relationship is that when you stay a long time with one person, most of the people feel decline in the sexual energy and in the sexual desire. It's a fact. It's a fact that most of the people feel it. It's not a fact that there is nothing to do about it. Definitely, I think there is. Not maybe to do, but first to listen, because it's a very common challenge. I meet it a lot of time in women and in men, this gap between the partners, or just the decline in the level of the sexual energy, even in both partners. And then they come to me 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, and they ask me, what can I do? What happened to my energy? So there is many things to say about this, those questions. I would like to say first one thing. I would like to explain what is consent sex, what is desired sex. Maybe you already understand it intuitively. Hopefully you are. I'm pretty sure you do understand. I will say just a few sentences. And how does this distinction relate to the gap that partners feel in the sexual energy in relationship, and the decline in the level of the sexual energy? So I will start with desired sex. It's much more easy and much more fun to describe. Desired sex is sex that I desire. It's simple, really, no? It's really simple. Desired sex. I desire it. I want it. I'm passionate about it. I really, really want that. So desired sex is sexual encounters, sexual touch, erotic touch that I really, really want to have, okay? That I am totally there, present, happy. I'm involved in this sexual encounter. I'm totally there. I am with my body, with my words, with my emotions. I enjoy um, expressing, manifesting my sexual desires. So this is desired sex, and you all know it, of course. Moments when we are touching one another and we are really enjoying it, and there is a flow in the touch, and there is no questions about whether I want it or I don't want it. And if you will notice that the next time you will feel it, it can be with yourself or it can be with a partner. Notice that your mind is clear. When you are connected to the passion of life, when you are connected to the sexual passion and other passion, like we said before, the mind is clear. Why? Because there is no need to think about anything. You are now one with the energy of life. When we are one with the energy of life, we are quiet. We are being. We are really being. There is no doing. So this is desired sex. Consent sex, unfortunately, is the most popular sex today on earth. And I'm saying that based on 10 years of my sessions with hundreds of people. And I'm saying that reading books and speaking with people in Israel and around the world. And I can see that for many reasons, there are many reasons to this fact, but the fact is that most of the people are having consent sex, consent sexual relationship. And what do I mean by that? Consent sexual relationship means that we are flowing with something that is happening, even though parts of our body and mind resist. It doesn't have to be a strong resistance. I'm not speaking right now about rape or coercion of any kind. I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about consent sex between two friends or a couple that is married for many years, two adults that have consent about the sex, but it's not desired sex. Consent sex, sometimes it's a phase in the sexual relationship. I will explain. Again, I am using examples from my life and from people that I met. For many years in my past, I was, let's say I met a man and I felt passionate about him, and I felt that I feel desired toward him. And maybe we started to touch one another, and it was really, really fun. And then in a moment, something in the touching was not exactly what I wanted. And my voice shut down. I couldn't speak. And from that moment on, the sexual relationship was, for half an hour or an hour or more, was consent sex. Now, those times that it happened, and it did happen, and it is happening for many people, women and men, I can say about myself, it was very painful for me. It was very painful, not especially physically, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually and energetically, because I wasn't really present in the moment. I wasn't really connected to myself and to my partner. And I'm not blaming anyone, not myself and not him. I'm just saying that as a fact. Today I know that the reason for me that I had consent sex was because I had sexual trauma before that were not healed, and then my relationship was like showing me my challenge again and again until I wake up. until I woke up and I said, not again. I don't want constant sex. I want only desired sex. And when I started to change my way, then I could do the emotional healing of my traumas. And I feel today I am present in my intimate life, in my sexual life. I feel I am connected to my body, and I feel it is a lesson that I am still learning. But definitely, there are some things that happen in the past that cannot happen to me in my present, as much as I know. And the most surprising thing for me was to discover that consent sex is so popular for many people that are living in a loving relationship. It's like there are some beliefs, like there are some common beliefs, like if we are together, we have to have sex. If he wants to, I have to go with the flow even if I don't want to. Or if she wants to, I have to go with the flow. If I will not go with the flow, he or she will be angry at me. And those beliefs and other beliefs are creating a situation that we go against our body. We are having sexual relationships that are going against our body. When we go against our body, is like going against life itself, going against the passion of life. My passion and the passion of life is the same thing. My sexual energy and the energy of life is the same thing. So if I am doing constant sex, I am going against the energy of life. I am hurting myself, really. And of course, I'm hurting my relationship. I'm not doing it intentionally, of course. I'm doing it because I don't have enough knowledge around this topic, and this is why we are speaking now, so that we can be more intelligent around our sexuality and understand that our genitals are organs of our soul. Our genitals wants us, our genitals and all our body wants us to treat it in a sacred way, to listen to it, to be respectful towards it. Our body needs us to love it totally. And I know that when one partner wants to have sexual relationship, wants to have sex, he or she feel the desire, feel the passion, and the other one doesn't. I know this gap is painful. But I also know that this gap is something that life is asking us to meet. This gap is not eternal. It will not last forever. This gap is an opportunity for us to meet in another level. You know, I really, really want to have sexual something with you now. How are you feeling? Well, I am so tired. Okay, let's feel that. Let's feel the frustration. Let's feel being tired. But let's stay together in these feelings and emotions. The fact that you are feeling tired and I'm feeling frustrated is not a struggle, one against the other. We are not struggling. We are friends. And we have, for now, different feelings. But if we stay there without blaming one another for not satisfying my needs, then we are continuing to be in love, in respect. Breathing helps, conscious breathing, communication helps. And I feel the thing that helps the most, for me anyway, is a kind of, I'm looking for the word in English, is a kind of an agreement, strong agreement with my soul that I want to love. And I want to love myself, and I want to love you. And I don't want it to be like bargaining. I want us to stay independent in our relationship. I can deal with my frustration. It's not for you to give me a solution. Maybe I'm asking to share it with you if you can listen. And sometimes you can and sometimes you can't, and it's fine. But if we understand this thing, that in a relationship we want to stay connected to the deep root of love that we are, then constant sex will not be something that we want to do. And then we can be friends that are really engaging in a loving relationship, whether it's for one night, for 1 week, or for many, many, many years. And the reason I brought this distinction between constant sex and desired sex, going back to the question of passion and sexual energy, is because I can see in my study that when a couple is realizing constant sex, the sexual desire goes down. What I find is that the first reason, the most strongest reason for feeling the decline of the level of the sexual energy in a relationship is constant sex. The more we do that, the less we feel we want to have desired sex. And we most of the time don't understand this connection. I think so. This is what I find in my therapy session, that many people don't understand there is a connection between constant sex and feeling pain in the penetration, or having some problems of impotention, and there is connection, because if I do something against my body will have to create a kind of a symptom to pull my attention, so that I will listen again to my roots of love, self-love, shared love, both. So this was my first live in English. I'm very happy that I decided to do that, and I feel that it was not really my decision. It was really like the passion of the spirit that is guiding me since I'm a child to work with people, to bring some clarity to relationship, and to follow my path around conscious sexuality, conscious intimacy, and communication in relationships. So thank you very much for being with me tonight. I hope I shared some clear insights that will help you. And I am inviting you to stay in touch with me through my mail or through my Facebook page, Dorit Bar, and ask questions. I'm here. I'm really here. And I feel my passion now in my life is opening my heart again to my international community. And I'm very happy about that. So thank you very much. And I hope to see you soon. Have a good evening and a good day. Ciao.